Hello and welcome to our video presentation of our 2013 Bentley Continental GT Speed. Beautiful example, finished in onyx black metallic, 40,000 miles. Fantastic service history, mixture of main dealer, in fact most of it is main dealer, and independent. I think there's 13 stamps in the book off memory. So we supplied this car to the last owner and bought it back into stock. That should come as good news to any buyer, because if, let's say for example, we just bought it from an auction, or I mean we don't buy from auction as a policy, but if we just took this in and had no knowledge of it, Bentleys can be quite expensive to repair if they have underlying issues. So it's good to know that we understand this car very, very well. We sold it to the last owner. We know what it's had done in the last year, let's say, and it performs beautifully. It's a really, really good car, and these are just incredible value for money. So 40,000 miles, the condition looks like it's done half that. This is such a clean car. Obviously black is a colour, it's not very forgiving, it shows up everything really, but there's barely anything to report on this. It's just exceptionally clean. And these are just incredible value for money. Under £40,000, and it's a 6-litre W12 twin turbo, 600 horsepower, good for 200 mile an hour vehicle that is built in a way the quality feels like it's built out of stone. It's absolutely amazing, and we actually think that these are probably better built than the new cars now. They're definitely sort of not built with that compromise of lightweight or environmentally friendly products or disposable products. These are absolute premium in their build quality. So this is a really good prospect for anyone really. Why are they so cheap in general? I did touch on a point and say they can be expensive to put right. However, we've learned a lot about these over the years. The 4-litre cars can have a lot of issues with the turbos. These are fine. There's some common issues with the coil packs, but ironically they've all been done within the last year on this particular car, and a spark plug change is part of a routine service. So there's really nothing to report on this mechanically. It drives absolutely wonderful, super smooth, very, very powerful obviously, and it's just a lovely thing. It's in the correct colour for many people. I'm going to word it that way. It's definitely the most popular colour combo, and it does command a premium. So onyx black metallic over linen hide, silver wheels. These have all recently been refurbished, so they're absolutely pristine. New centre caps. You can see they're literally perfect inside and out. No corrosion, no curb rash, nothing. Brakes in good condition. Tyres are good. The Pirelli on the front there, and I'll just go to the rear and confirm that they're Pirelli as well, which they are. Again, same story on the condition of the wheel, and the brakes are also in good order. So all the wheels freshly refurbished. I think they was done a month or two ago prior to making this video. Hardly done any miles. Centre caps are all brand new. Looks super sharp, this car. Looking around the body, there's probably a handful of minor chips here and there on the front end. Obviously, as you would expect with this age and mileage, they do have quite a flat front, these Bentleys, but even so, there's nothing that jumps out that needs remedial work. There's definitely nothing that needs painting, and it's actually reassuring to see that it's not fresh and unmarked in that respect, because that would open up a line of questioning. Has it just been accident damage, repaired, painted? Why has it been painted? Who painted it, etc. This just looks all original and uniform in its paint, and as such the perfect sweet spot really. It does not need anything bodywork wise to improve this car other than some routine detailing prior to handover, and it looks very, very original. You know, I'm looking at all the vulnerable areas and all the edges for any obvious signs of poor repairs, etc., and it looks absolutely fabulous throughout. So let's move on to that luxurious interior. As discussed, linen hide, Mulliner driver's package on this car, so quilted seats, embossed headrests and contrast stitch, black piano trim, no brown wood in this car. It just all looks absolutely superb. It's got that proper steering wheel there as featured in the Mulliner driver's package. Named for Bentley stereo. It's also got a rear camera on it, this car, but these just absolutely ooze quality on the interior. In particular, looking at all the vulnerable areas, all in good condition. It's clearly been very well kept for this car, and there's no tobacco odours. Even the headlining is immaculate, all nice and tight and intact. Looking into the rear, as is often the case, the rear seats look relatively unused, but even that centre console there, absolutely immaculate in its condition. It really is a lovely, lovely example, considering it's now 12 years old. It's almost unbelievable that it is of that age. Let me go round to the driver's side and take a look at that, and we'll just take a look in the boot on the way and prove that that electric boot lid works perfectly. That's something to always check on these. Boots all nice and clean, obviously heavily carpeted in there, sound insulated, name for Bentley amplifier there. So always have to check the boot lid on a Bentley Continental GT for A, alignment, and B, that they've got the correct power going through the motor. This is a bit of a weak point. So driver's side, seat in good condition, no excessive wear on the vulnerable areas like the bolster or the seat base where you get in. That's all good. Steering wheel's nice in its condition as well. All the switch gear and everything, like I say, these do feel very, very premium in their build. So 40,729 miles at the point of making this video. That will increase very, very slightly as we take this car off for some routine checks prior to handover, and obviously move it around, fuel it, etc. But under 41,000 miles, everything good there. Switch gear. Checking this car very, very thoroughly and almost being critical at this point. There's really nothing to point out in terms of excessive wear or tear. This is just a lovely, lovely car in its own right. It feels ballistically fast and exceptionally luxurious, but the satisfaction when you drive this car comes from the price tag, I feel. And we've been established 22 years now selling specialist cars, and obviously we could drive a brand new Rolls Royce tomorrow and get an element of satisfaction from it. But when you offset that against what that car would cost and what it would depreciate within the first year, which would be more than this car's entire price tag, that sort of element of enjoyment gets taken away, in my opinion. Something like this, you can drive along in it, maybe put a dateless private number plate on it if you're that way inclined, and you feel like you're in £100,000 worth of car for a fraction of the price. It really is an absolute joy to own and drive, and it was for the last owner, who we know very well also. So great opportunity. Let us know your requirements. We can offer finance on this car, we can take a part exchange. We own this car outright. We've not got it back on consignment or sale or return or anything like that. It's a car we've bought back into stock by choice because we know it's a good one. So let us know if you want it delivering nationwide. That's something we can do. We can take a holding deposit over the phone at any point, which is subject to obviously any prospective buyer viewing the car and being satisfied. But rest assured, you could travel nationwide looking at these at under 40 grand. I guarantee this will be one of the best, if not the best. Great opportunity. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to hearing from you with your inquiries.